Are you wanting to save some money and put that money towards debt payments or savings or investing, but finding that little life hacks that you can do around the house or when you're out grocery shopping or different things that you can do to save some money? The little things, they can add up big. So today we're going to talk about 50 frugal living tips, 50 frugal hacks that you can do to save some money here and there. And trust me, they add up big. I do have a full blog post that I'll have linked down below in the description box, which goes over all of the tips as well. So if you want to read it or save it to Pinterest, it has a Pinterest image there that you can save it for later. And these are tips that may come in handy, and little ones that you're like, yeah, I never thought of that. I could do that. Or I used to do that. Maybe I need to start doing it again. Number one is to make your own cleaners. I have a full blog post of 8 DIY cleaner recipes that you can do to make your own window cleaner, multi-purpose cleaner, floor cleaner. So that way you're not having to spend money on Windex and those other chemicals that you're bringing into your home. So this will save you money and also have your home cleaner and less chemicals. I have a new baby, so this is important to me to have as least amount of chemicals in my home as possible. So I have a full blog post with 8 recipes that I'll have linked in the blog post for you. Number 2 is to use foaming hand soap. Have you noticed that in most public restrooms, they've all switched over to foaming hand soap? The reason for this is because it uses a lot less than typical liquid soap. So you can save a lot of money by using foaming hand soap. I have some soap dispensers that convert it to foaming hand soap, and it is amazing. It still gets your hands clean and it uses less than half of the typical liquid hand soap. Next is to cut off toothpaste containers or makeup. If you are running low on toothpaste and you think that it's all out, trust me, if you cut off the top of it, then you can probably get 3 to 5 more uses out of it. It is amazing. I keep it in a reusable Ziploc container, and that way it stays fresh, it stays clean, nothing's getting in it, but it really helps to extend the life. And then it's a reusable Ziploc, so I'm not just throwing it away and being wasteful in that. So I do this in toothpaste. I do this in makeup a lot. If you even just unscrew the cap of your foundation, a lot of times there's a lot of extra foundation around the little straw thing and the applicator and primers. I do this. So many different aspects of makeup, you can really extend the length of it. Next is life insurance. And life insurance is something that we don't want to talk about, we don't want to think about because it deals with death. And that is a really hard topic and a hard thing to think about. But I'm honestly very passionate about life insurance. It has affected my family personally. If you don't know, I lost my mom at the age of 16. She didn't have life insurance, and that was a huge burden on my dad. My dad had to take out a second mortgage, had to go into major credit card debt, and is still dealing with that 16 years later and dealing with those bills 16 years later of that debt that he accrued because he didn't have life insurance for my mom. And that is why I'm so passionate about life insurance. And you think that life insurance is going to be crazy and confusing and hard and medical exams that you have to go to, and maybe even life insurance is something that you should get later on in life. But no, life insurance is something that you should start thinking about now. Traditionally, life insurance is confusing, expensive, and time consuming. Ethos, on the other hand, has created a seamless customer experience with a 100% online application process. That's why I've decided to partner with Ethos. By eliminating the medical exams and blood tests, Ethos is fast and able to cover people in minutes instead of weeks, and in most cases get coverage the same day. It's easy, 100% online, no medical exams are required, just a few health questions. Ethos is affordable. In just 10 minutes, you could protect your family for as little as $10 a month. We often think that life insurance is something that we need to get years down the road, but according to Investopedia, life insurance policies increase 8 to 10% every single year that you age. Lock in your rate now. The sooner you buy life insurance, the more affordable it's likely to be. Like I said, you can expect to pay 8 to 10% more each year that you wait by buying life insurance. Ethos has a limited time offer for eligible new policyholders. You can get free access to will and trust planning tools as part of your Ethos policy after you activate. That's a $449 value. Not all policies are eligible. see ethoslife.com/plan for eligibility. If you're interested in learning more about life insurance, check out my link below. You can get your free personalized quote today. Next is to unplug your appliances. Did you know that your appliances are still pulling energy even when they're turned off but plugged in? You can save anywhere from $100 to $200 by unplugging your appliances. Now, not talking about like your refrigerator, but your appliances like your air fryer, Instant Pot, power strips. Those are going to make a big difference. I personally had my washing machine get hit and had a power surge because of a lightning strike. Now, if my washing machine was unplugged during this thunderstorm, it was just a typical afternoon thunderstorm in South Florida, that would have saved a lot, but it got hit. So unplug, that can save you money in electricity, and then also with power surges or anything like that. Next is to add water to get more uses. So as you're running out of shampoo and you think that it's empty, add some water, shake it up, and you can typically get 1 to 2 more uses of shampoo, body wash, conditioner. I also use this in pasta sauces. I'll add a little chicken broth, shake it up, and then it extends the life of the pasta sauce, or you could even put your noodles in it, shake it up, and you can get more uses of it. And that is a great way to save some money and extend the uses. Next is to cancel cable. Now, cable is ridiculously expensive and it can cost anywhere from $70 a month to $150 a month or more. So cancel cable, switch to a streaming service like Hulu that you can get for $7.99 a month. But be careful with this because it's very easy to add on multiple streaming subscriptions. And you're like, oh, I want ESPN Plus, or oh, I want Paramount Plus, I want this. Then next thing you know, you have 10 different streaming services and it costs more than you paid for your cable. So be wary of that. Pick 1 to 2, find your favorite shows and pick those ones and then stick to them. Next is to declutter your home. Decluttering your home is a great way to save money because as your home gets decluttered, you're less likely to bring new junk stuff in. I personally am so guilty of buying things because they're on sale. They're such a great deal. And then I'm like, where the heck am I going to put this? This is why did I buy this? But when I am on a decluttering kick and I see how decluttered and less stressful my home is, I'm less likely to buy new things to bring it in. I have a full video of 15 things to declutter that you won't miss, so definitely check it out. It'll be linked below. But decluttering your home is a great way to save money. And then going along with that, next is sell things. Sell things around your home. I use Mercari, and I love that Mercari allows me to list the item. I don't have to deal with sketchy people coming to the house to pick things up, but I can just list the item and sell it, ship it out, and it's a great way to bring in some extra cash. So not only are you decluttering your home, but you're bringing in some extra money as well. Number 10 is to eat from the pantry. Eating from the pantry is a great way to save money on groceries. I do a pantry challenge typically once a month, once every other month, where I will challenge myself to see how long I can go without going to the grocery store. And I will eat from the pantry, I'll eat from the fridge and the freezer and see how many meals I can create because we've got a loaded pantry, we've got a loaded fridge and freezer, and oftentimes I can get creative and make new meals right from what I have on stock. And also check your pantry and fridge before you go to the grocery store so that you're not buying duplicates. That is a big money waster right there. Number 11 is to stop wasting water. Especially if you live in a home and you have to pay a water bill, stop wasting water. Pay attention to the dishes that you're doing and how much water you're wasting. Shut off the water while you're sudsing up your dishes. Shut off the water while you're sudsing up your hair, or don't just spend 45 minutes in the shower, but be intentional of it. You could also get super frugal and put a bucket in the shower that you can use to collect the water, or the rainwater outside that you can collect to use, and then water your plants with it. So get creative and find ways that you can conserve water and then reuse that water as well. Number 12 is at-home date nights. Date nights are so important to date your spouse, keep the spark alive, but date nights can get expensive. So I have come up with a blog of 12 at-home date nights to give you some ideas, but try and get creative and have date nights at home. You can spend a fraction of the money. And honestly, sometimes the date nights that my husband and I have at home, we enjoy them so much more than going out to a nice fancy dinner. Number 13 is to YouTube it before hiring out. So if you have a leaky toilet or something that needs to get fixed, try looking on YouTube to see if it's something easy that you can fix yourself before hiring out a professional. You can save so much money. Honestly, a lot of the things that you need to fix, it's easy fixes and you can just do it yourself. Number 14 is skip the dryer sheets. I haven't used dryer sheets in well over 10 years, I have invested in some wool dryer balls, and these really help to cut down static, cut down on chemicals that I don't want those dryer sheets all over my clothes, and it helps reduce drying time. So what I do is I have now figured out how much time it takes to dry my clothes, but when I was transitioning to dryer balls, I would cut it back by about 20 minutes of what it typically took. Check my clothes, clean out the lint trap again, and then do 5-minute increments until my clothes were dry so that I could figure out the hot spot of how long it takes. But when you use dryer balls, it really helps to dry your clothes faster and it's less wrinkles, all of that. So it's a win-win in all of. Number 15 is to only check out with Amazon once a week. So this is something that I started doing a few months ago, and it's really made a big difference because I am someone that would do multiple Amazon purchases, sometimes even a day. So now what I do is I add the things to Amazon to my cart and I don't check out. I have dedicated Saturdays. Saturdays, I go through my Amazon cart and I will really evaluate what's in there and be like, all right, do I need this? Yes, no, why did I put this on here? Then I will either do one of 3 things. I will either leave it there and the purchase is required, or I will delete it and be like, why did I add this? This was a stupid impulse purchase that I'm now avoiding. Or I'll move it to a wish list. And this goes into the next step. So a wish list, what I do with a wish list on Amazon is throughout the year, I add things to a wish list, things that I want, but I don't need right now. And then I give this wish list to my friends and family, more my family, for ideas for gifts. So for birthday gift ideas, Mother's Day gift ideas, Christmas gift ideas. So that way it's a win-win, because then I'm getting stuff that I actually know that I want and like, and they're like, okay, we actually know what to buy you, versus I have no clue what to get Kelly, we'll just get her a gift card. It's things that I actually want. So that way I'm still getting it, but it's a little delayed gratification. And that is a huge way that I save money and then actually get gifts that I want. Number 17 is to remove saved cards from your browser. So what I mean by this is your debit cards, your credit cards. It's so easy to have them saved on your web browser for that one-click checkout, or as you're online shopping of, oh yeah, my card's here. If you have to physically get up, go get your purse, go get your wallet, get your card out, type it in, go back to your wallet, put it away, honestly, if you're lazy like I am, you're less likely to buy it. If I have to get up, I'm like, do I really want it? Yes, no, no. And then sometimes if you leave it in your cart for a couple days, they'll actually send you a coupon code saying, you left this in your cart. Here's a 20% off coupon. And then you can really decide if I want it or not. And then you just save 20% as well. Number 18 is to research your appliances and actually read the user manual. So often we'll get things like a new washing machine and we're like, I've had a washing machine my whole life. I know how to use a washing machine, but read the manual. There's oftentimes little things that you could do to save electricity, or different things that you have to clean that is new to this appliance because of technology, or clean out this vent that we never knew, or this filter that we never knew about. And doing things like that can really help to extend the life of the appliance, and then also make it so it's less repairs, or if you do have a repair, you know how to fix it because you read about it in the manual. Different things like that can really add up and save a lot of money. Number 19 is to zip up your zippers when you're doing laundry. So when you are doing laundry, before you throw them into the wash machine, zip up all the zippers. This will help protect your clothes because those little sharp zippers actually can be pretty destroying on clothes. So if you have some more delicate clothes, then it can really help to cause friction in it, and it can tear up those clothes or cause snags in your clothes. So zip up your zippers, take an extra second to zip them up, and it's really going to help to protect your other clothes. Number 20 is to hang dry as many clothes as you can. So what I do when I'm doing laundry is I will move things from my washer to my dryer, and then things like t-shirts or things that I'm sleeping in that I don't really care if it's wrinkled or not, I'll hang dry them. And what that does is it helps to preserve that clothing item because it's less time that it's getting dried. And it also helps to cut down on my dryer load, resulting in it drying faster. So I can save money in my clothes lasting longer, and then also less drying time, which saves money on my electric bill. Number 21 is to double check your medical bills. So if you're getting medical bills and a service from a doctor's appointment that is not 100% covered by insurance, call your insurance company. Oftentimes, doctor's offices will miscode things, And by changing the code a little bit or really talking to your insurance company, they may be able to see if it's actually covered or not. Those medical billing, they deal with so many transactions every single day that they make mistakes, number one, and they may have to just code something a little bit differently, and then it'll be fully covered by insurance. So take a 5-minute phone call and really make sure that everything is billed correctly, everything is coded correctly, and that can save you so much money. I do this every single time I receive a medical bill. Number 22 is to have an emergency fund and sinking funds. Now, what this is a fund that you have in case something happens, in case something comes up, or you're saving for Christmas every single year. This is going to help prevent you from going into debt. This is going to help prevent you if an emergency happens, you don't have to put it on a credit card and then pay 20-something% interest. So it's going to save you a lot in the long run. Yes, you have an emergency fund for when things happen, but don't rely on credit cards. I'm pro credit card, but not for an emergency fund. You want a set of about 1 month's worth of expenses to start in a high yield savings account like CIT Bank. And that way, when something happens, you're not going into debt. Emergencies are stressful. You don't want the added stress of having to pay 20% interest on top of that. No, we're not about that here. Number 23 is to use GoodRx for prescriptions. Have you guys heard about GoodRx? I use it every single time I fill my prescriptions every month, and it is amazing. You can save up to 80% on your prescriptions without insurance. So if you don't have insurance, awesome. It's great. I have insurance and I still use GoodRx instead of my insurance for my prescriptions because you can save so much money on GoodRx. Plus, GoodRx just actually partnered with Fetch Rewards. So with Fetch Rewards, when you sign up for GoodRx through Fetch Rewards, you get a $10 bonus, then $1.50 every single time you pick up a new prescription. So use GoodRx. It is amazing. I'll have them linked, and I love GoodRx and I love Fetch Rewards, so it's two of my favorite things coming together. Next is to look for free stuff. Look for free stuff on Facebook Marketplace. People are always listing free items. If you need something for your house or for your garden, look there before going out to a nursery or going out to find it. I personally use this in reverse. I had some pavers that we had around a tree when we bought our house, that the tree was no longer there, but the circle of pavers was still there, and it was just an eyesore. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to list these on Facebook Marketplace. I don't even want money. I just want them gone. So I listed them, and someone came and took them away for me. So look for free items. Look for free items the day before bulk trash pickup. You can get some really good scores, and a bonus, you could then even sell it. So if you want to flip those items, you can do that as well and then make a profit. Number 25 is to avoid eye level items at the grocery store. So did you know that when you're shopping at the grocery store, grocery stores will put the highest margin items at eye level? So as you're shopping, you want to look down and you want to look up because that's going to be the highest value for you. They're going to put the highest profit margin at eye level. Here's an example of coffee. So they have these pre-made coffee, expensive coffee mixers at eye level. And then if you look up and down, you're going to get the regular ground coffee that is a lot better cost per use, cost per ounce. So look up and down when shopping, not at eye level. Going along with the grocery store is to shop in-season produce. So throughout the year, produce gets in season and out of season depending on the type of produce and the type of year and the climate that it grows in. So check to see what's in season right now and then shop those sales for your produce. I have a full list of all the produce by month. So you can scroll through and be like, okay, it is October. What is in season right now? Ooh, I'm going to buy this produce because it's delicious for this time of year and it's on sale. Whereas like buying apples in the fall are going to be cheaper than apples in the spring. So shop in sale produce. That's really going to save a lot of money. Also with that, shop the sales. Go online. All the stores nowadays have either apps or online websites where you can look up the weekly ad and then you can see what's on sale and then use that to make your meal plan and your grocery list versus just saying, okay, I want this week for dinners. Shop and see what's on sale and then be like, oh, I could make this recipe with it. And that's going to be a great way that you save a lot of money is shopping the sales. Number 28 is to log your purchases throughout the month. So when you are budgeting, which you should be budgeting, if you don't have a budget, check out below. I have multiple different budget options for you, but log your purchases throughout the month. I recommend logging them every 2 to 3 days, at least once a week. This is going to help make the chore not seem so mundane and just annoying, but you can do it in 5-10 minutes, log all your purchases, but it's also going to keep you in check. So if you are logging your grocery purchases and you're getting to halfway through the month and you've already burned through 3/4 of your grocery budget, you can be like, all right, let's rein it in. Let's do a pantry challenge. Let's shop the sales. Let's do what we can to save money. Whereas if you wait until the end of the month, it's too late. Oh, bad. Too bad. So sad. I'll do better next month. No, you don't want to blow your budget at the end of the month. You want to be aware of it throughout the month so that you can cut back, so you can rein it in and save money. Next is to do a savings challenge. Savings challenges really help to keep you motivated while you're saving money, paying off debt. And a really fun one is the Save What You Spend challenge. So what this is pick a category. Then every single time you spend money in that category, you have to transfer that same amount to savings. So for example, if your category is eating out and you go out to eat and you'll get tacos and the tacos are $12.23, then you have to also transfer $12.23 to savings. So if you cannot afford to spend $25 on your tacos, you don't do it. So you have to be able to afford in your eating out budget to spend double that. And that's really going to help to force you to save some money and really think twice about your purchases. Another savings challenge is Wednesday weather challenge. This is a fun one. So depending on where you are in the world, depending on where you are in the country, every Wednesday, look and do the Wednesday weather challenge. So whatever the temperature is on Wednesday, you have to transfer that same amount to savings. So if it's 47 degrees outside, you have to transfer $47 to your savings account. So it can get tricky in the super hot months, but in the colder months, it's better. In this one, you can, if you want to translate it to Celsius or Fahrenheit, depending on where you are, but this is a really fun savings challenge that whatever the Wednesday temperature is, that's what you're transferring. Whew. All right, we're halfway through. We're getting strong. Don't forget to check out the blog post, like I said. But next is to ask for a referral program. So if you have a AC guy, a plumber come to your house and they do a spectacular job, ask to see if they have a referral program. Say, hey, I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends, people talk and always ask me for a good plumber, a good AC guy. Do you have a referral program where if I refer you to someone, you give me $50 or $100, whatever it is? Ask around. A lot of times they'll say yes because word of mouth is so big in that industry. So ask for a referral program. That way it's a win-win because you're getting some kickback, they're getting business, and then your friend gets a good, solid referral, good, solid company that they know that and they trust. I personally would prefer a referral of a friend than someone that I just go on Google and whoever paid the biggest ad rate for their Google ad. I prefer the friend over Google. Next, I asked for a cash discount. I did this a lot with our wedding where I paid our photographer, our DJ in cash versus putting on a credit card or putting on a debit card. And you can save so much money by asking for a cash discount. If they say no, they say no. But hey, if they want to, yeah, we'll pay cash. Cash discounts can also help avoid fees. I know even at my pediatrician, if I use a debit or credit card, they charge me 2% fee, which is annoying. But different things like that, even asking if they have fees for credit cards. A lot of times they'll have fees and they don't even tell you. They'll have it in like the fine print. So look for that, ask about cash discount. Next is to look for discount days at the thrift store, Salvation Army, or Goodwill. I personally started buying, don't tell my husband this, he knows, but all of my husband's shorts for work at the thrift store because he goes through shorts so fast because he works in an industry that he wears shorts every day for work, like khaki shorts, nice shorts, but khaki shorts. And he's climbing on rigs, he's on the ground doing stuff and up and down and doing all that stuff. He goes through shorts like nobody's business. I don't know what he does them, but seriously, all the time he's getting holes in his shorts. So I buy them at Goodwill and they're $5.99. for good brand shorts. So shop the discount days, find out when their discount programs are, and then you can save a ton of money on those items. I also buy workout shirts for myself because I'm at the gym now and I go through so much laundry with working out. I just buy them at the thrift store and just wash them before you use them and you're good to go. Number 34 is to avoid stores to kill time. So often we'll go and be like, you know what? I have to go into town and I have a meeting and I have 20 extra minutes. I'll just run to Target and just look around. I'll just go to TJ Maxx and just look around. No, avoid doing that because you will have impulse purchases. You will see that cute candle. You'll see that cute top that you do not need. So do not go into stores to avoid killing time. Just don't do it. Number 35 is to improve your credit score. Now, credit scores, I do not agree with. Credit scores, I don't like how they're calculated, but it is what it is, and we have to use them to our advantage. So I don't agree with having credit scores with debt and keeping debt open and paying debt payments just to improve your credit score. But there are multiple ways to improve your credit score without going into debt. And having a better credit score can save you a lot of money. It can save you a huge amount of money on your interest rate on your mortgage. It can save you from having to pay deposits on utility bills when you first move into a new house. Sometimes you have to pay a deposit because you have a bad credit score. So using credit to your advantage and using a credit score to your advantage of improving it, that's going to help save you money in the long run. Number 36 is to refinance your house. Refinancing your house can save you so much money and interest. We refinanced our house last year and we went from a 3.875% interest rate to a 2.99% interest rate. So we saved a ton of money, but make sure you do the math because it does cost money. You do have to go through closing costs and all of that to refinance a house. But if you do the math, which I'm a numbers nerd, you guys know me, do the math and see how long it's going to take to pay off that closing cost to see if it's going to be worth it. If you're going to be in your house for a long time, chances are you're going to save a ridiculous amount of money. I think for us, we had to be in our house an additional 3 years for it to pay off, pay for itself. But trust me, it's totally worth it. And then we're also having a lower monthly cost every single month, which is a win-win for us as well because it lowers our monthly bills. Next is to scan your receipts. Use apps. You guys know I love Fetch Rewards. I love Ibotta. I love Get Upside or Upside Now. Use cashback apps. Use them to scan your receipts. You're already going to be making those purchases anyways. Get some gift cards, get some cash back. I use the gift cards for Christmas presents. So that way I have some Amazon gift cards saved so that when it's time to come to buy presents, I already have them. And that's a great way to get some extra free money because you're already spending money at the grocery store. You're already spending money on your gas to fill up your car. Get some cash back as well. I'll have all of my favorites linked below. Number 38 is to cash in on cans and bottles. Now, this only applies to some of you guys, depending on what state you live in. I used to live in Massachusetts, and we used to, as kids, go around and collect all the cans and bottles at the ball field because my dad ran the ball field, and we would collect them and redeem them. But also in our household, we had a big thing that we would put all the cans and bottles in it, and then we would go to Shaw's grocery store and get 5 cents per can. That's a great thing to do, especially if you have kids. That's a great way to teach them about recycling, and then they also get some extra cash back as well. So if you live in a state, definitely recycle, regardless, recycle. But if you can get some cash back for your cans, definitely do that as well. Number 39 is to look at your debit and credit card for cashback offers. Most debit cards and credit cards now, if you log in, they have a section of additional cashback offers where you can get an additional 5% or 10% cash back if you shop at this place. You just have to activate it and then you get that cash back. So that's a great way. If you're already going to be shopping at that place, make sure you go and look to see if it's an offer and then get some extra cash back. Number 40 is to quit bad habits. So if you are a cigarette smoker, you chew tobacco, you drink a lot of alcohol, quitting those bad habits, it's good for your health and it also saves a lot of money. It is crazy the cost of cigarettes nowadays. It is absolutely insane. So try and cut those bad habits and that's going to save you so much money in the long run. Number 41 is to pay students to cut your hair. If you look for cosmetology schools or esthetician schools, they will have students, because it's part of their program, or they have to do haircuts where they have to do color corrections or color your hair or facials or massages. I actually, fun fact about Kelly, I went to massage school and we had to do 50 hours of massage. So 50 bodies of massage to graduate from massage school. So we would have the public come in. I think the massages were like $20 for an hour massage. It was a great deal for them. And that way we got our hours in so that we could graduate and then you can get discounts. So look for beauty schools in your area. You can get great discounts on services that are needing, like waxing, like I said, haircuts, facials, massages, all of that stuff. Beauty schools are where it's at. Number 42 is to host a potluck instead of going out. I am big with friends that will go out to celebrate people's birthdays or just go out to dinner with a group of friends. Instead of going out to dinner, host a potluck. Have it at someone's house. Everyone brings a side. A taco bar is a great way to do this, where everyone brings the meat or the cheeses or the toppings or whatever it is, and everyone brings a little bit. They spend $5, $10 versus $30, $40, $50 out at a fancy dinner or even a semi-fancy dinner. Then hang out at someone's house, have a game night just to hang out, sit around the table and talk just like you would at a restaurant, but doing it at someone's house is going to save everyone, the whole group, money. Number 43 is to combine errands into one day. So if you live 15, 20 minutes into town or you have an Aldi that is a little bit far away, but you can save a ridiculous amount of money by have your errands all in that one area. So pump gas in that area, do your grocery shopping, run to Target in that area. And rather than doing it multiple days a week, being like, oh, today I got to go to Target. Oh, today I got to go to Aldi. Oh, today I got to go to the bank. Do it all in one day to preserve gas so that you are not just spending it every single day. I grew up in a town where we didn't have a grocery store or anything in our town. We had to go 1 or 2 towns away to do anything. So I really learned this habit young because we didn't have anything in our town. We had to go out to travel. So I wanted to make the most of it every single time I went out. Number 44 is to only shop once a week or less. I personally shop once a week, every 2 weeks for grocery shopping. And this really helps to cut back on impulse purchases. And I know some people that go to the grocery store for every single dinner that they cook. Every time they're cooking dinner, they're like, all right, what do we want for dinner tonight? Oh, let's have steak. Okay, let's go to the grocery store and get steak and this and bread and a dessert and all that stuff. Next thing you know, you're spending $30, $40, $50 every single day to go to the grocery store. Go once a week, do a meal plan. It's not that hard. I have a recipe binder that I absolutely love, and I have it all in categories. I have some old family recipes, and I'll flip through the binder to get ideas when I'm doing my meal planning so that I'm not going every single day and every day we're like, what's for dinner? We have it all planned out so that we can save the most money and to not have that fight every night of what's for dinner. I don't know. Yeah, we don't want that. Number 45 is to shop for gifts throughout the year. So if you are browsing, you're like, you know what? My mother-in-law would love that. That is just my mother-in-law written all over it. Pick it up throughout the year. Have a little spot in your closet where you put those gifts, and that way you can get a great deal, or that way when Christmas time comes, you're not like screaming like, I have no clue what to get this person. You already have a couple of gifts stashed away. And this is a great way to use your sinking fund. So if you have a Christmas sinking fund where every single month you're putting money aside for Christmas, you have money throughout the year that you can use that and get your purchases. And that way you're not like, oh crap, I have no money for Christmas. No, you have money in your sinking fund. Next is to shop after holidays. So if you are someone that likes to decorate for Christmas or for fall or for 4th of July, shop after the holidays and build up a supply of fall decor. I have those plastic bins that I have one for fall and then I have multiple for Christmas. But after the holiday, I'll go and get clearance items for my fall decor because my husband loves a decorated house. I don't know why, but he just loves a decorated house. So I'll do that to get my fall decor, and I'll shop after the sales. Same with Christmas, same with 4th of July, Easter, so that I can have those decor items for the next year and get them at a fraction of the price, like 90% off. It's amazing. Number 47 is to go to the movies or events during the day. You can often get matinee tickets or discount tickets during the day and save some money, and then it's also a lot less crowded as well, which is a huge win because no one likes a crowded movie theater. Next is to bring snacks when you are doing errands. I personally am like a child and always have snacks in my purse or my diaper bag for myself, not my daughter, but myself, because I get hungry, and having snacks throughout the day when I'm doing errands, and I always have water with me as well because I get hungry, and that way I'm not going through the drive-thru. So have snacks, be prepared, bring lunch when you're out doing errands or going to the kids' soccer game versus stopping through the drive-thru. That's going to save a ton of money and also healthier as well. Next is to look at your city's Facebook page. Look for free events. Look for fall festivals or movie night in the park. Free events that you can go to have a family fun day or a kids' day with your kids or out with your girlfriend, whatever it is. And you can save a lot of money. Me and my friend went and we saw that a new smoothie place was opening in town. They offered free smoothies on their opening day from like 3 to 5. So we went and got free smoothies. Okay, great day, get out of the house and get some free smoothies. So look for things that you can go to free events or discounted events and have some family fun. Next is to put a towel in the dryer when you're drying your clothes. When you put a dry towel in the dryer with your clothes, it's going to help absorb the wetness and it's going to help reduce drying time as well. You don't have to leave it in the entire time. I typically leave it in for the first half and it absorbs a lot of the water, and then I'll take the towel out, let it air dry, and then I'll put it back in for the next load. And it's crazy how much it can help reduce drying time with your clothes. Definitely check out the blog post with all these tips. Check out Ethos down below in the description, and let's keep the conversation going. If you want to know side hustles that you can do from home to make $1,000 or more a month, check out this video here. And if you want to know my full breakdown, my full review on Get Upside or Upside Now on saving money on gas, getting some cash back on your gas, check out this video here.